Welcome to Easy Go Life, where we simplify digital success, explore cutting-edge tech, game-changing marketing hacks, and more, crafted to inspire and empower every generation. Let's innovate and thrive together.
Welcome back to our series, Learn Website Designing and Development from Scratch. In our last video, we built a simple React application, laying down the foundation for dynamic web development. Today, in the 11th installment, we're taking it a step further by integrating APIs into your web application. APIs are powerful tools that allow your app to communicate with external services, bringing real-time data and new functionality right to your users. Whether it's fetching the latest weather updates or embedding a map, APIs can unlock a world of possibilities. Let's dive in and see how you can seamlessly incorporate these into your projects. APIs, or application programming interfaces, are essential tools in modern web development, acting as connectors that allow different software applications to communicate. They enable developers to integrate external services and data, like real-time weather updates or payment processing, directly into websites without building these features from scratch. By using APIs, developers can enhance functionality, save time, and create more dynamic, interactive web applications. Understanding APIs is key to expanding what your web projects can do. APIs, application programming interfaces, are like a middleman that lets different software applications talk to each other. For example, if you want to show the latest weather on your website, you can use a weather API to fetch that data. APIs make it easy to add features to your website by letting you get information or services from other applications without having to create them yourself. In this segment, we'll cover how to fetch data from an external API using JavaScript and React. You'll learn how to use JavaScript's fetch function to get data from an API and display it on your website. In React, we'll explore how to use the useEffect hook to fetch data when your component loads and useState to store and display that data. This process will help you integrate dynamic content into your applications efficiently. To get data from an API, you need to send a request to it and then handle the response. In JavaScript and React, you can use built-in functions or libraries to do this. In JavaScript, you use the fetch function to make a request to the API. In React, you use the useEffect hook to fetch data when your component loads and the useState hook to store the data. Once you've successfully fetched data from an API, the next step is to display this information on your web page. This involves transforming the raw data into a user-friendly format that integrates seamlessly with your site's design. In React, you can achieve this by leveraging JSX to render dynamic content based on the data you've received. Let's dive into how you can take the data fetched from an API and present it effectively to your users. Once you have the data from the API, you need to show it on your web page. In React, you can use the data stored in state and display it using JSX, JavaScript XML. Example. In web development, it's crucial to manage how your application responds when fetching data from an API. As you fetch data, you need to account for scenarios where the data is still loading or if something goes wrong during the process. This ensures a smooth and user-friendly experience. In this section, we'll explore how to effectively handle loading states and errors in your application to keep users informed and manage unexpected issues gracefully. When you fetch data from an API, things might not always go as planned. You need to handle cases where the data is still loading or if there is an error fetching it. Handling loading state. Show a message like loading while the data is being fetched. Handling errors. Show an error message if something goes wrong, like a network issue. Example. By following these points, you'll be able to integrate APIs into your web applications effectively, handle different states like loading and errors, and display the fetched data to your users. In this video, we've explored the essentials of integrating APIs into your web application. We started by understanding what APIs are and their crucial role in enabling communication between different software systems. We then delved into fetching data from an external API using both JavaScript and React, showing how to handle and utilize that data effectively. Next, we covered how to display this API data on your web page using React, and how to manage different states like loading and errors to ensure a smooth user experience. In our next video, Video 12, Deploying Your Website, We'll guide you through the process of deploying your web application to a live server. This includes choosing a hosting provider and setting up your domain, so stay tuned to learn how to bring your web project to the public.